So car just pull up. When the car pulls up, don't know what's going on. Weird. First off, energy been issued in my name. I mean, in my name for a while. That's first off. Second off, they pulling purple out my head right now. Third off, they're trying to make rules behind my name. Fourth off, if you follow what I've been doing or been tracking what I've been doing as an adult man, I unlocked, I think, an Israeli God or something like that, as I heard. And then once everything that I unlock, they take. And I wonder why. I think it's because of a drone that an Israeli kind of took from me. You know what I'm saying? Because now that I think about it, about 4 to 6 months ago, somebody had issued in my name, and it was an Israeli man that owned the store. And it's funny that this is even popping up in my brain because he owned the store, and then I think his friend did it too, and his other friend did it too, and then they fell out, and there's been like this big beef about it, and then it's been like a beef with Africa and me and stuff like that. But it's only because of some of these North Side store owners. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny thing about it, and I think that the more truth that I tell about this situation, the more it starts to come around, all around type of deal. Because I honestly was asking this guy, like, man, you should either make a deal with me or try to like tell me how you got it. I was asking him a whole bunch of questions, and he was kind of like sleeping on my situation, like I wasn't gonna make noise out here, like I was just gonna be quiet. But I'm never going to be quiet, especially when you pull straight up on me and you think that you can punk me or try to turn your speakers up and then record me on your phone on your little drive, like you know how when you're driving and stuff and then you put the little thing right there in the mirror and stuff. This is what's happening right now. If you look on YouTube and if you go to Google, you can see a whole bunch of people and how they either blackmail or gang stalk people just like this, or they try to set you up with a case or something like that due to a whole bunch of, I mean, like I've been getting abused for almost 3 to 5 years, of course, but I made a whole page and called it the GS Files. You know what I'm saying? All because of what I've been going through, and it has it all on there. And every time I talk about that page or every time I think about that, they're always like, oh, well, edit his videos, do this, do that. Why would you sleep on TikTok so much? Why this and why that? But if you go on TikTok, you can see me talk about the ECOG. You can see me talking about the Secretary of State. You can literally see me talking about everything that involves basically a UAV coach. You know what I'm saying? So every time that somebody pulls up on me and they try to issue or they try to say something, I can tell that the issue really is because you're not me and you have not been through the same thing that I have been through. So when somebody tries to follow me and then I read the Bible and then it adds up to what's going on, sometimes it seems like it's fake, but sometimes it's really real. And sometimes when it gets real like this, it's like I gotta say something. You know what I'm saying? Because when stuff repeatedly happens over and over, I think somebody want this to be a customer. They want this to be some type of result when you come and mess with somebody that is a government official or a person that has a name or a statue that people can't really add up to. And sometimes you must wait or you gotta, you know what I'm saying, hold up when a big line is in between what's really going on and what is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, I wonder how many quote unquote kings I've destroyed, like I heard. And I think that that might be one of the reasons why they've been trying to take pieces of my life away. You know what I'm saying? They've been taking like little pieces of my life and putting it in packs and selling it to people. And the more and more I get back and the more and more knowledge I get back, the more and more I start to think, like, hold on. I forgot about that. I forgot about this. I forgot about that. I forgot about this. I forgot about that. I forgot about this. But the one thing that I can never forget is reading the Bible. I can't never forget that. And I also can't forget about Babylon Has Fallen and how much or how many people that I really care about in Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Or in Africa or in Israel. So it was just like a funny situation on how you read the Bible every single night and then one day you wake up or 2 days you wake up and then everything changed, and then once it changed you have beef with the same people that you want to save. That's the funniest part. So when I see an Israeli man like this pull up, it's kind of funny because right when I start to think about certain stuff, it's like, man, I think I know who's in front of me, and I think I know who follows me around. And if you're always being followed, it can be one of two things. You can either have a stalker that finally found where you are, or you can be fake as hell and be a government fake or a fake ass government person and think that you can just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just mosey on around like blah, 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 and just think that shit is sweet. But it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like pick your side. Is you gonna be on my side or not? Because following people around is ultimately gonna make you look crazy. You know what I'm saying? On everything I love. So y'all can do whatever y'all want, but y'all know with me it's never gonna fly. And then if you wanna follow me all the way like 30, 40 minutes out, it must be some type of weird shit going on, because last time I checked when I had my car, it was really happening then. A lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human drone almost, man. So I think people need to stop playing with me before your face starts to show up and I can see who you actually are. You know? And if it's not a defacement going on, that means that somebody's pulling the mask down from your face. And once they put a mask down from your face, is actually showing exactly who is behind the wheel, or, well, yeah, exactly who's behind the wheel of your car or the wheel of your life. And do you know what a will is? A will is what you write up, before you die. And when there's a will, there's a way also. And my name is William also. So with me, I'm real spiritual also. So it's like when you cross all that in and put all that into play, it's like, should I had mess with this dude, or should I just keep on pulling out all his stuff from the inside, because everything that he's saying is true. It's so true that my face is fucking melting from the boiling pot. You know? That's the funniest part. So if I was somebody of a culture or a heritage, I would be thinking to myself, do somebody want our heritage to get took because of the wrong decisions, or because of somebody else seeing something in me that you don't see, or is my heritage going to get took ultimately because an agency or a organization feels like that heritage has been slipping? A whole bunch. It's a whole bunch of reasons, but the one thing that I can say is some of these people may or may not need to start looking at what exactly is going on, rather than sitting up there talking ish and pulling up on people. Because the more y'all do that, I swear to God, the more that Jesus Christ Jesus, God, whatever you want to say, Allah, for the Vatican, the Vulcan, I mean, all these spirits, man, you don't understand what you're dealing with when you just lie consistently, or when somebody is irritating the out of you every single day with behavioral issues that may or may not need to be in a behavioral study group or something like that. So keep on playing your cards. I'm gonna keep on playing my cards, however you want to call it. But the time is kind of like right now, and to be quite honest, I'm not even upset about it. But I'm trying to low-key forget about it and put it behind me. But every time something pops up, I'm going to say whatever I feel, especially if it's going to irritate my spirit, because I'm not going to sit here and be abused by other language or other people and their spirits because of what they did. And that's ultimately what happens to people. They end up either going off, or they end up kind of hurt or something like that, all because they can't share what they need to share or talk to somebody about what they need to talk about. So I would rather do what I need to do and be able to go ahead and agree with myself to disagree with the next person if they're saying something of like, oh yeah, well maybe this person is telling the truth, or maybe this person is lying. That's not the point. The point is, if you're getting bugged by something, maybe you might want to get down to finding out what happened, or you may or may not want to do something about it. But you might want to, because when you build with others according to a certain decree or degree, those relationships can either blossom or they can be tampered with and be messed up. I'd rather mine be blossomed, you know, rather than be messed up. So when you pulling, make sure you know what you're pulling. And when you issuing, make sure you know what you're issuing. Because when people leave and they get peace or a peace of mind and they can actually think and stuff comes abroad, that's when it starts to get real. And it starts to turn into reality rather than a whole bunch of bum rushing from somebody who ultimately don't want the truth to be out or be set free. So think about what you're doing out there, people, and think about your thoughts and think about how you do things in life, because people are ignorant and people are judgmental a lot. The last thing somebody wants or somebody needs is for the wrong person to be judging. Because once it comes to that, humanity has went to the underworld. You know what I'm saying? So have a nice day.